The grandparent scam, using Uber's info, and recovering $166,000. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to Real Rideshare Stories. And today we're going to be talking about a scam that is running really rampant in the grandparent community called the grandparent scam, and how they used Uber's information to detect and identify two of the suspects, recovering $166,000 in cash. So I do cover rideshare scams a lot already, and especially these support scams and the variations of these support scams. So you know that it's a scam in the event you ever get one of those texts or calls saying it's support, even though it's really not. And hopefully you will protect yourself and your account as well as the money that you've earned. But if you didn't know, I also have a channel called Scammer Jammer. I'll leave a link in the description below, where we call up phone scammers, waste their time, expose their scam, and hopefully help to educate those and make them aware of the different types of scams out there, because there are a lot. Geek Squad refund scams, Amazon refund scams, Social Security Administration scams. There's so many out there. We call them up, we waste their time, expose them, and also help to try to make more awareness to potential victims to save their hard-earned money. So now what happens when both of those worlds kind of combine together, like this story I'm about to share with you? So now you might be asking yourself two things. First, what is a grandparent scam? And what does a grandparent scam have to do with Uber? So first off, what is a grandparent scam? Well, unfortunately, it's a scam that targets elderly people, usually with families and our grandparents. The scammers will target these people. They will gather as much information as they can, and then they'll contact these people saying something like their grandchild has been in an accident and needs money for the hospital, or that they've been placed in jail and they need money for bail, or something like that. And it's large sums of money. It could be $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, even $100,000 that they'll tell them that they have to go and get. So then they have to go to the bank, withdraw the money, they have to wrap it up in a package and then send it somewhere for the scammers to take. And it's a really bad scam. It's a horrible scam. And they're using a lot of fear tactics and a lot of things in order to try to scam these people out of money. And unfortunately, it happens too often. Now, before I get to this story, if you have a grandparent or a parent that could be a potential victim to this grandparent scam, please share with them what the grandparent scam is. The reason why I say that is because education and awareness is the key to helping stop this from happening. So if a scammer tries the grandparent scam on that particular individual who knows what the grandparent scam is, they aren't going to be successful, and your grandparents or parents will keep their money in their accounts where it belongs and not to some scammer. So again, please share with them what the grandparent scam is to help them know and understand how it's set up, what it looks like, and also try something like a password. So if you're talking to somebody and you need an emergency, tell them a password that they need to know or you need to say in order to know that that's really coming from you as their child or grandchild. Whatever it is, always have different tactics set up. And just, again, let them know what it is so they're aware and they're conscious of it. And then that way, if a scammer tries to reach out to them, it's not going to happen. All right, but going on to the story itself, it's a very interesting story and it has a great ending. So this is awesome. And it says Uber info used to identify suspects in elderly phone scam case, $166,000 recovered. And if you want to check out this article in full, link is going to be in the description. So it says information obtained by ride service Uber was used to identify suspects in a scam case involving an elderly man in Morgan County. Morgan County Sheriff's Department reported an elderly man had been called by someone posing as his grandson, claiming to have been arrested after a vehicle accident. So they actually took both and put it together. So like I said, there are different variations, but again, if you know what this is, you can protect yourself. And then it says another man claiming to be an attorney got on the phone and asked for a total of $74,000, saying a courier would arrive to pick up the packages. Now, this is where Uber comes in, because Uber transports packages. So you could be a driver transporting packages, not know what's inside of it, and it could be something like this. So going on, it says the victim was contacted again on October 5th, and the attorney asked for $50,000 in cash on top of the $74,000. The Morgan County Sheriff's Criminal Investigation Division was alerted and set up in the area to intercept the courier who was stopped in the driveway. The courier was identified as an Uber driver who had been sent to collect the package. The driver was cooperative and provided information used in a search warrant on Uber Tech. That information was used to identify a suspect, and deputies learned a similar scam had occurred in Madison County. Morgan County Sheriff said Keno DeAndre Roper, 26, was arrested in connection to the scam. The investigation also identified suspect Christopher Roper, 30, in connection to the case. Brooks is being held on a $500,000 bond in Madison County and will face additional charges in Morgan County. Law enforcement recovered $166,000 in cash from the suspects. All right, going on, it says these types of elder abuse scams often involve calls from someone claiming to be an attorney representing a family member who needs money for bail or legal fees. They often will tell the targets there is a legal gag order in place and they shouldn't contact anyone else about the incident, requesting large amount of money and sending someone to pick it up. That is a red flag right there. If that ever happens, it's the scam. You will be able to talk to anybody about this particular thing. And if somebody tells you not to contact somebody, contact them and find out exactly what's going on, especially when it comes to your grandchildren or your children, whatever it might be, if you're targeted in this. Then going on, it says oftentimes they will reach out a second time claiming the gag order was violated and the family member needs additional funds. These scammers often call using prepaid phones and use couriers or rideshare service to coordinate the pickup. Anyone who believes they may have been targeted by similar scams are advised to contact local law enforcement. So it's a very unfortunate thing that is happening on both fronts, because the grandparent is getting scammed out of huge amounts of money, usually 2, maybe even more times. And then now Uber drivers who are courier pickups just trying to make some extra money are essentially being accomplices and not even really knowing about it. The good thing is, as Uber is expanding how they can track people and using identification, they're able to track these people and get back to them and find out exactly what is happening. And in this case, they're able to recover $166,000, which is fantastic. So some of these victims will hopefully be able to get some of their money back. Now, drivers out there, you might be saying to yourself, well, what if I take a package that is not of legal status or could be something like this? Well, you know, when you're driving rideshare, you're going to get feelings for certain things. And if you get a gut feeling about something, taking a package from an elderly person and they seem scared, they seem rushed, they seem just out of it a little bit, and they're giving you a shoebox size package or anything like that, or an envelope, and you know, it's got a little crunch to it because there's aluminum foil in there, or something like that. That is when you can start asking them questions and say, look, is everything okay? Are you on the phone with somebody? Did something happen like this? And pull up the grandparent scam and share it with them and say, is this happening to you? And also, if you're not able to really help that particular person, or if you have a really weird gut feeling about a particular package or anything like that, as a driver, you can still always contact local law enforcement and let them know exactly what's going on. Let them know about some of the situation that happened, and then hopefully they'll be able to take it over and investigate that matter. All right, now I want to know, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the grandparent scam or other scams or anything like that? Comment below, let us know. All right, that's the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. And also make sure to check out my other channel, Scammer Jammer, where we call scammers up and waste their time, screw with them, mess with them quite a bit, and hope that others will be able to watch and learn how the scam is set up. And so that way, if they ever get these calls, they'll just hang up right away. And as always, never drink and drive, always tip your drivers, delivery drivers, and your shoppers. And we'll see you next time.